This show is going to be a documentary about the lifestyles and living habits of obscure and boring Kansas Cityans. Tonight's show features a little-known and somewhat blasé character, Lee Derrough.
Speaking totally frankly, and of course I need for it to be an absolute confidence, back in the 1960s, Lee Derrough's parents, Bill and Doris, came to me and they begged me to take Lee off their hands. I agreed very reluctantly to do it, and that's how Lee came to be with the Chiefs. If you can call it that, Lee worked for the Chiefs back in the late 1960s. And the best I can remember is there was a championship and a Super Bowl during his time, but certainly not because of Lee, but rather in spite of Lee being there.
Reverse coming from tight eye. Here comes the reverse from tight eye. It could be wide open here coming up. Tight eye reverse.
I remember that he set the all-time indoor-outdoor record for diving on the planes with a hangover just before the door closed, and how much the players loved to hold him upside down by his heels and shake him.
We had a lot of unusual ideas, but Hank Stram just felt we couldn't take any more chances with him around.
Lee came to me. He said, "Jim, I can't go to the top with the Chiefs. Jack and Lamar are the football people, but they don't know anything about the park business." About the same time, Jack Stedman came to me and said, "Jim, Lee's not cutting it at the Chiefs." Being the good lawyer, I said to Jack, "Well, let's demote him to Worlds of Fun, and then we can phase him out, and that way he won't sue us."
Lee joined our staff at Worlds of Fun in 1972 as Director of Marketing. He was a fountain of creative ideas, and a few of them even pertained to the theme park business. In spite of the fact that Lee was unable to sell very many tickets the first year, for some reason that escapes me at the moment, he was soon promoted to General Manager. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Inasmuch as Lee Derrough and Beth Lee have plighted their troth and trothed their plight, it is right and just that this bond should be joined in the presence of such august company, that any man who shall show just cause why this man and this woman should be joined in this sacred union, let him speak now or forever hold his peace.
Go for it!
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be the first to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Lee Derrough.
I'm kind of a gregarious character, and I have a very active social life in town.
been traveling far from all our homes to be with me at stars. Lee, happy birthday to Lee, a friend to all, a real party beast.
Ultimately become the president of the company. It's no secret to the present president.
Oh well, in 1982 we had the opportunity to select someone to serve as president of Hunt Midwest. Here you will see Lamar in the final stages of the detailed and arduous talent search to fill the position. Say, come to think of it, Lee was the guy responsible for putting all the names in the hat.
Where there's been a void, Mr. Derrough has filled it. He has inserted himself, asserted himself.
I guess it was a good idea to hire you back in 1967, Lee. Clearly, it is an idea that has stood the test of time well, just like you.